Hey gang, how's it going? Steve Risner back here again in the lesson room. Still working on that lighting thing. I'm supposed to be getting a new phone soon. Hopefully the camera will be better on that too. This is my tablet. I just want to give a quick lesson today on something I was talking with a student about earlier today, and that's about little stereotypes and um, things that can go wrong being a beginner musician. Is that you become narrow-minded. I think becoming focused and obsessive about a certain style of music, like for a while I was, just a really heavy rock and metal I was really into at one time. Not so much of that anymore. As time changes and I get older, I tend to, my tastes kind of change. But it's really important that when you get into music is that you find the things that you're enthusiastic about, the styles of music, because what we kind of subject ourselves to, the music that we subject ourselves to is kind of what's going to come out of us too. So if we might, for example, when I was really into, I'm still really a Randy Rhoads fan. Don't get me wrong. It's just that era for me is kind of faded away because I mean, once you absorb yourself in one style of music for long periods of time, there's a lot. I took a lot away from that. I learned a lot. Some of these guitar licks that I heard Randy do they were so soulful in there. They were bluesy, but they were bluesy in a different way that I'd never heard of before. For example, one of the licks I came away with that Randy did a lot was this thing where he would do a little bend, and he would come off of it. He did it a few times on the Blues of Vaz record, and I started using that thing all the time in some of my guitar solos, and I think it's a great thing. I came away with that, but it was like after a while, those things start to get old after a while, and so I guess the moral of my story here is kind of to look at the big picture and not to be think that just because you like metal or just because you like country now that is going to be it forever and you're never going to be inspired by anything else, because there's always new music coming out that we may be inspired with, and to kind of keep an open mind about things. So there's the narrow-mindedness. We kind of need to learn certain things a certain way to get better, and things that make us inspired, things that inspire us. But at the same time, you got to know that we're always going to be there's a long road ahead of you as far as being a musician, and that don't be into stereotypes. Don't be stereotyped into being just a thrashy metal fast guitar player, because don't be pegged, because being a guitar player later in life, it's great to have a vast variety of different styles of music to draw from. If you're only only got good at one certain style of music, then chances are you're not going to be very usable. I guess later on, when the time comes and you get to meeting different new people, you're only going to be able to play one style of music. Well, you may run into a guy that's can only do jazz or can do many different styles, and you're going to be stuck with just this one style. So as an instructor, I want to encourage everyone to be open-minded and listen to as many different styles of music as you can, and try not to label yourself. Don't limit yourself by anything, because you may need a certain style. Don't try to listen to as many different styles as you can, because it's just only going to make you a better player. I've learned that if you just play with just metal and old Odyssey guys, man, I love the old Odyssey stuff we used to do, and it was all really super fast. Some of these those old riffs we used to play back in the old Odyssey days, they're great, but I can see there wasn't too much you can go after that, because it's just like you're just trying to play faster and faster and faster. And when you got everybody on the planet, every guitar player on the planet doing the same thing, they're trying to get faster and faster and faster, or heavier, heavier. There's only so far you can go with that, and have musical integrity and have everything sound good and original. So having an open mind is probably one of the biggest things you can come away with today after today's talk, if you will. If you've got any questions or comments, please feel free to mention them below. I'm happy to hear them. If you have a different point of view, you disagree with me, hey, I'd love to hear that too. I'm open-minded, and I'm not locked into any one certain thing. So if you got some thoughts or comments, please subscribe at the link below, and I look forward to seeing you next time on the Riz Rocks Guitar Instruction. Have a great day, and peace out. This is where the credits go. All right, talk to you later. Bye.